Canada. It's given us some pretty good stuff, like poutine. Ugh, I love poutine. Peanut butter. I'm actually like intimate partners with peanut butter. It's kind of like a thing, but yeah. And then in hockey, to say something not food related. And Transformers Beast Wars, yeah, that's right. One of the most bomb-ass Transformers shows in history. Yeah, that's right. It likes maple syrup. It's a Canuck. Yeah, it likes ice hockey. Yeah, it's Canadian. Get used to it. They also made Beast Machines, but we don't talk about that one because it's bad.
This scrap heap? Ew!
That means Spiderbot not go steady with Waspinator?
Though besides those two awesome foods and that awesome sport where people just kind of like punch and like hit each other and wrestle each other and then sometimes play like the actual sport for our entertainment, they've given us some very bad things like cartoons. Yeah, like you know how I said Beast Machines? Yeah, they've given us bad cartoons. Like The Day My Butt Went Psycho, Super Noobs, Johnny Test.
Why are you police officers?
I blew up Malaysia.
Dare I say Caillou. Yeah, Canada made that shit. Dude, they got a slop fest over there, dude. It's insane. Though they've given us a couple of good ones. And of course, I'm talking about everyone's favorite Canadian series that everyone knows about, Grojband. Does anyone even like remember this show? As an American, I really don't know how much it was aired on Canada, but I can tell you that it was very, very poorly scheduled in America. Like, it did not air a lot. And I wonder why. It came out in 2013. I wonder what shows were out. Adventure Time, Regular Show, Amazing World of Gumball, Steven Universe. There was another show that premiered in that same year. It's called like Teen Titans Go or something. I don't know if that was going to take off or not.
This beautiful man belongs to us!
But whatever. In this video, I'm going to talk about the basics of GarageBand and just share some of the things that I just love about this show. Because I'm not even joking. It's in like my top 5. My top 5 for shows. Powerpuff Girls and Transformers Animated are ranked above it, yes. But GarageBand still has a very special place in my heart, okay? The show was created by Todd Kaufman and Mark Thornton, yeah. Fun fact, they were directors of the first 2 seasons of Total Drama, because every damn Canadian cartoon that makes its way into America has to tie back to that cartoon for some reason. I don't know. That's just the way it is, I guess. This is the way. GarageBand is about 4 teenagers who are in a garage band. Crazy, right? There's Corey Riffin.
But being vegan means wearing leaves for clothes and never using soap for some reason.
Who's the front man, leader of the group, lead guitarist, ADHD in human form, cartoon character.
Who likes watching movies?
Everybody!
Nobody! They're too long, they're boring. But what part of a movie does everybody love? That's right! The trailers!
He's also a Disney princess by the way he summons animals at the end of like every episode with his little monologue speech. But yeah, he's an interesting fella. He's pretty cool. Then there's Lainey.
Corey, I found the mustard.
Who's like the bassist. She's the girl. She has a crush on Corey.
What's wrong with your eye?
I think.
Ow! All blind lanes. Last moment to count. Last moment to count.
Yeah, probably. Then there's Kin.
Bottom line, if we're out, we're all the way out.
Are we moving?
Moving? You don't even live here.
Exactly.
Who plays the keyboard, and he's like the smart one of the group.
Yup, those are back nipples.
Using my research from the abandoned baseboard project, I proudly present to you the first and only Garage Car!
And he kind of reminds me of Cody from Super Mario Logan.
Cody, are you gonna win this tournament?
Junior, I'm a god at tennis. Anything that involves me and balls, I'm great at. I'm great at hitting balls, I'm great at licking balls, I'm great at sucking balls. I mean, only one of those has anything to do with tennis, but I'm great.
Why is there a W on your racket?
It stands for wieners.
But like without the gayness. Then there's Khan, who lays down the 4/4 on drums, and is also the most out-of-pocket character out of the whole group.
And like, no farting.
Fish butt bonus.
This is the life!
Dude, the Chupacabra is cooking you!
Well, that explains the pineapple rings. And that cage of children.
Now, the band, they make great music. Like really killer music. But the thing is that Corey sucks at writing lyrics.
How about this? Butt crack neighbor should have been a plumber. Instead he got a green thumb. Something. Bummer! Cue pyro.
And instead of taking classes or something else for Corey to get better at writing lyrics, the band says, fuck that, that's too hard. Corey can't learn shit. Let's just look at his sister's diary.
Ew, it's talking at me! I think we're supposed to stop, drop, and roll or something?
Because for some reason, Corey's sister cooks nothing but straight heat in the diary. Like every entry. Corey's sister's name is Trina, and it's a bit hard to get these lyrics from her diary because Trina is a older sister in a cartoon from the early 2010s, which basically means that she has a soul darker than Satan's.
What's up?
So I guess it makes you feel less bad knowing that she kind of is like actually evil and like hates everything when the band constantly manipulates her and tortures her physically, mentally, spiritually, until she basically has a public episode that the band coins as like diary mode, which, you know, is a main thing that happens in each episode. They have to make her go diary mode in order to get new lyrics. And, you know, it kind of works because every time, you know, Trina kind of doesn't miss. There are a few times she does, but I will get to that. But for the most part,
Terry, you make me see red, you took all my love. Teenaged angst, no thanks. I wait to yes for second best.
dude, she's writing down fire. To give Trina some credit, like, she's probably one of the best, like, evil sister, like, cartoon character tropes that I've seen in, like, a while, or at least just at all. Like, she goes over the top, but not in an annoying way. It's more funny than annoying.
Let me try that again. Where'd the wood chipper come from?
Those construction beavers left it lying around like they didn't need it because of their giant teeth or whatever. Finders Trina!
Like, she finds enjoyment in any demise her brother goes through, even if that means destroying the Earth. Yes, she went that far in an episode to destroy the Earth to make sure that Grojband doesn't make music. That's hilarious. It's just never annoying. Like, you never get bothered by her. And also, she's a key element in the show. Like, without Trina, there's kind of no plot in Grojband. So, yeah, she's an important character, and she's not annoying. So, like, she a good character. Some side characters of the show appear a lot. There's Mina, who in her eyes is Trina's best friend. Really, she's more like a minion who lets Trina push her all over, like, all the time, because friendship is magical.
Now to hear our two beating hearts on the first day of forever. That's 3 heartbeats, Mina. Yay! So romantic forever.
There's Mayor Mello, who is the mayor of Peaceville, if you couldn't tell by his name.
Surrender! Or talk to the tank!
And he's, like, one of my favorite characters, because he's basically just one bad brain surgery away from becoming, like, a total dictator. Like, in one of the episodes, he literally bans bubbles. Not that kind of bubbles, like the actual bubbles.
Bubbles are banned! Locked down! These bubbles ain't going nowhere!
And he sends a kid to prison for life.
Seize him! Prison for life!
For making a bubble. It's hilarious. He also carries a picture of his dead mom everywhere.
Mother!
That's like a thing he does. I don't even have any jokes about that. That's just sad. Then there's Barney. He's pretty much like Larry from The Amazing World of Gumball, but instead of, like, being an employee, he, like, owns everything. He owns a hat store, a vegan restaurant, a coffee shop, a hot dog stand, a giant fucking cake. I ship him with Mayor Mello. Then there's the news anchors that appear every once in a while. There's Chance Happening and Buzz Newsworthy. And they're like Ron Burgundy and Veronica Corningstone from, like, Anchorman.
I want to say something. I want to put it out there. And if you like it, you can take it. If you don't, send it right back. I want to be on you.
But in cartoon TVY7 form. If you haven't seen Anchorman and want me to further elaborate on, like, what I mean, I won't, because you need to watch Anchorman, like, right now. then come back. Then, of course, like all good shows have, gender-swap doppelgangers, the Newmans. They're basically GarageBand's rival band. They look exactly like them, but their genders are swapped, kind of like the Rowdy Rough Boys. They're called the Newmans because of Newman from Seinfeld.
Newman! Wait! Kramer, I'm with people.
Yeah, and thanks for inviting me.
I did invite you. Your invitation must have gotten lost in the mail.
So, yeah, that's interesting. They got Carrie, Larry/Lenny. His name's confusing. It's just the thing. Kim and Connie. They share the same exact voice actors as the GarageBand cast, so it's just the guy voice actors trying to do girlish voices.
Books are cool. Well, I'm going to start writing. You can have the hands when I'm done.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Make it a chocolate swirl.
We always get chocolate swirl. Connie and me, too. Not cool.
And then, of course, you know, Lainey's voice actor is a girl, so she's going to do an actually good, like, kid boy voice.
Do you ever always tell Carrie her ideas won't work, but she never listens and you nearly get killed or burn down the town, but she never says you were right?
Yeah! What is up with that?
She's like the only one that does a good voice. Just the other ones, it's just kind of funny. It's not like the Rowdy Rough Boys where they got like actual like other voice actors to voice them. They just use the same guys. And then another rival band that GarageBand has is the Orb Experience, who are aliens from outer space, and also share the same voice cast as GarageBand 2.
You have challenged us mighty aliens to a battle of the bands, and we accept.
So I guess every rival band is also GarageBand, kind of, in a way. But the Orb Experience, like, tries to destroy Earth, like, multiple times.
Oh, and if you lose, we destroy your world.
Because their music is ass, like AJR levels of ass, to try and cope with the fact that they are just incredibly major donkey doo-doo. They become reoccurring characters and become an important, like, asset at the end of the season. But I can't say anything about that because that's a spoiler. Go watch the show. Then you have the show's best character, Hunky Nick Mallory. Ugh. Just watering at the mouth, dude. He's the town's heartthrob. Like, everyone crushes over Nick Mallory. And Nick Mallory is like most of the problems that Trina has in the episode, because Trina has a huge crush on Nick Mallory, and that's like, he's like kind of like the fuel a lot of the times in episodes for how the band gets their lyrics and how she goes diary mode. But Nick Mallory, dude, he's just like the sexy hot glue that's keeping the town together. Without him, everything would just be chaos.
Who said that? Are you fucking...
Life without Nick Mallory is not a life worth living. Nick is so important that he only refers to himself in the third person.
You going to Cherry Grapestain's movie premiere?
Nick's gonna wait for the book.
But movies always come out after the book.
Nick never loses the waiting game.
You know, Cherry's movie star life has it all. Except Nick Mallory.
Tonight might be Nick's only chance to fix that. Nick owes it to this girl he just heard of.
Which I think may be a genetic trait because, like, his younger brother Mick does the same thing.
Mick Mallory thinks big clown shoes are fun, but wants to kick this party up a notch.
I guess the Mallorys are just pretty important. Also, fun fact, Nick's voice actor, Graham Cornies, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, he actually did the music for the show, like GarageBand, and he did all the wicked cool transitions in the show as well.
Wicked cool transition. Lobby stack transition. Puppet looks like a dude. Who's a was a what now? That dude's gonna wear a dress. Beat the kid transition.
Which is cool. The music guy gets to voice the hot guy. So, Oh, he also made the theme song for Total Drama Island, but no one cares. GarageBand, I think, piques my interest mainly for the music. I think if you've been on this channel before, you know that I like music, because, like, I upload randomly without warning to promote a shitty punk song I made, instead of, like, actually making videos. I've been in bands. I'm currently in one. Well, I'm actually in two. So, yeah, GarageBand is just a show I can relate to when they have those, like, band-related scenarios, and just the music in general. I just really connect with it a lot. And it's just, overall, it's an entertaining show, obviously. But, yeah, the music in the show I really appreciate. It's impressive how each episode there's at least one song attached to it. Like, at every end of the episode, you get a new song. It's so cool. And, like, sure, they're short and quick. Like, I think the longest one's, like, a minute long. But still, it's impressive. And it's really nice that they are dedicated enough to, have that consistency throughout each episode. For the most part, the songs in the shows are, like, really, really good. Like, I get that good stank face. Like, when you smell the remnants from, like, someone just leaving a number 2 at a truck stop and you get, like, it up your nostril and you're like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? That stank face, but, like, it's a good stank face because you're listening to good music kind of thing. I get that from, like, a lot of these songs. Sometimes I like a song from the show, like, so much to a point where I get off my ass, pick up a bass or guitar, and actually learn the song from an episode. Like, not a lot of shows get me to do that as frequently as GarageBand. It's really cool. There are some songs I'm not the biggest fan of, and sometimes when watching episodes for the first time, waiting for the song at the end to be kind of ass is kind of a letdown, I'll be honest. But luckily, that only happens for me like a couple of times. Though the show doesn't just hold itself on the music, it also has really great writing. A lot of the jokes range from meta...
Corey, what gives? Somebody just texted me a video of you guys is eating grilled cheese sandwiches. I thought you was a vegan band. I don't know, maybe I should find another band.
No, wait! GarageBand is vegan.
So lowbrow. And yes, they have fart jokes in the show.
Haunty.
But it's because it's Canadian, and Canadian cartoons have a law from Canada that says that every Canadian cartoon has to have at least 15% of their jokes being gas from the gluteus max, and I made that up. That's not real, though Canadian cartoons have some weird gripe with the wind that gusts between those fleshy hills.
Now if you could only heat up our steak!
Oh, I can take care of that, Dad.
He's gonna blow!
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know the best way to describe the writing in the show, but it's just very creative. Some of it is funny equal random. And that's just kind of my sense of humor. Like, dude, I watched Family Guy.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the fuck?
This should be enough to explain why I am the way I am. It's just, you just have to watch the show to understand what I'm really talking about. And the plots of each episode are just very unique. Sure, they have the same structure. The band needs lyrics from Trina. They find a way for Trina to go diary mode. They sing a song, Corey monologue. That's usually the structure. But the settings and everything else is just always so different. It's always so unique in its own way. There isn't like an episode I really want to skip over. Every episode is its own thing, and there's never one that's like each other. I don't think I can compare one to another. Like the episodes, I would say there's not a bad one. I can admit there's bad songs, but there's not bad episodes. My favorite one personally is Hollow Garage, and basically Corey fakes the whole band's death, and they gaslight Trina into thinking Corey and the whole band is really dead. They use holograms made by Kin as their ghosts to like trick people into thinking they're actually dead. Corey's logic is that people are more famous when they're dead, which if he was a painter, he would kind of be right. Like, just look at Van Gogh. He died thinking he was a failure, and people like a bajillion years later saw Starry Night and said, yo, this shit's kind of fire. This gives me an idea. Now I just have to wait for natural causes to take me away, and I'll be rich. Though in the episode, there's a song called I'm Back at the end of it, and it's literally like one of the best ones in the show. I think it could be like a radio-ready song.
Do I even have a name when nobody says it but me? Is there any point to fame when they look but they never see? I'm back for the first time. I'm here, and I'm all mine. Can you see I'm right here inside? I'm back for the very first time.
Another great episode is Girlfest, where a festival rolls into Peaceville called Girlfest, shocker, which is a festival with a lineup for only female artists and bands. The headliner is a rock star named Candy Jams, who is actually voiced by Gwen from Total Drama. And GarageBand tries to audition, but Mirmela says, hell no, because it's like a girl thing or something. So Corey convinces Mirmela that Lainey is really the band's frontman, and he buys it. Lainey then has to front the band, but in doing so, she finds out that Candy Jams is actually like not an independent woman like she claims to be, and all this feminism stuff. Instead, she takes orders from Saul Goodman. But yeah, Lainey finds out Candy Jams dated Nick Mallory, and that kind of fuels the fire for Trina, because anything plus Nick Mallory equals diary mode for Trina. This episode has like one of the best songs out of the whole series, and it's unique because this is the only one where Lainey is the main singer. It's so good.
Grojband!
It started with a smile. I was happy for a while, but I'm thinking you lied to me. Now I'm feeling super ultra angry. Your words had such a ring that I couldn't hear a thing. But now I see what you're all about, and I can sit still. I gotta scream and shout. You're so untrue. I see through you. I'll yell and scream till I go blue. Your front's a fake. You low rat snake. To mess with me's a big mistake. You're so untrue. With you I'm through. What goes around coming back at you.
I really wish the show had her sing more songs. It's a total crime that they only got her to sing really one song. Sure, she does background stuff for a couple songs, but it's never like the lead. She's never the lead. They needed her to like sing way more songs. Now, I could go on about other episodes that are good in depth, but that would take forever. Just go watch the show. It's on YouTube. I would also love to do more Grojband, but yet again, this channel is mostly dedicated to Transformers content. Hasbro has got me on like a voluntary leash, I swear. Though, so sorry that this ended kind of abrupt, but that's like all the energy I got. So, see you next time. You know, Transformers and anything else or something.